Hello and welcome to Think About It. I am Josie, and today I want to challenge you for a second. This may sound a little crazy, but how do you know that not everything revolves around Earth and the government is just feeding you lies? No, but for real, forget everything you learned in school. Huh, that was easy. And really think about it. What can you show me that I can personally verify, something I can touch, something I can see? No NASA, no huge amount of money, that shows that not everything revolves around Earth. I'll give you a couple seconds to. Let's be real. Every day in the morning when I wake up, the sun is in the east. And when I get back home, the sun is in the west. Dude, that's not west. There you go. And not just the sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, they all do this. And that is why for a long time we thought that the Earth was still and everything moved around us. And great thinkers like Aristotle thought this too. No, Galileo, we're not going to question Aristotle right now. No, shoo. We'll get to you later. Okay, perfect. And this geocentric model works out fine. That is, until you take a closer look. You see, planets do this weird thing where they seem to move back and forth in the sky. It's called retrograde motion. Yes, the thing horoscopes say is super bad. Also, if you get that reference, please stop reading the horoscopes. The stars are the popular kids in the galaxy, and they do not give a shit about these puny humans. These retrograde motions don't really fit quite well when the planets just simply orbit Earth. So, the geocentric model has to account for this by sprinkling some circles randomly. They're called epicycles. On the other hand, the heliocentric model, or the one with the sun in the middle, can also account for this phenomenon by just how Earth moves with respect to the other planets. At this point, these two models are equally valid, since all they're doing is fitting the data. If what we experience every day is that the Earth is still and everything moves around us, and there is no proof that not everything has to revolve around Earth, then it makes sense to have this geocentric model. I said if there is no proof, there's no proof. Yo, Galileo, this is your chance to shine, man. There you go. Speaking of Galileo, what he did, what his genius was, is that he pointed his telescope to the sky. Jupiter, most specifically, and this is what he saw. I know, these are just a couple scribbles that are not even worthy of being on the fridge. Sorry, Galileo, to be on the fridge, you at least need to be on the Da Vinci level. But here you can clearly see a big dot in the middle and a couple dots oddly aligned. It was a huge deal back in Galileo's day, but today, with relatively cheap binoculars and simple adapter for my phone, I got this picture. Huh, looks familiar, right? One big dot with a couple dots around it. But that's not proof yet. I mean, they just look like stars. The key point here is that after a week, I pointed my binoculars to the same planet and it appeared like this. Completely switched. And the day after, it looked like this. And the day after, they looked like this. I don't know about you, but it kind of seems that these dots tend to move around Jupiter. It seems like these dots are its own little moons. And they don't really orbit Earth. They orbit Jupiter. Wait, what? Since Jupiter has its own moons that clearly do not orbit Earth, then why should Jupiter orbit Earth? Why should the Sun? So, now that we have shown that not everything has to revolve around Earth, then this heliocentric model starts to look a little bit better. And then Galileo also noticed that Venus goes through phases, and Kepler then modified the model so the orbits are eccentric, and then Newton came with gravity, which was a pretty big win. But sure, you can add more epicycles to the heliocentric model, and yeah, it will work out. But it starts to get a lot more complex. Hello, post-editing Josie here. I don't think I made myself clear enough. These epicycles are just a superficial fix. Unlike the heliocentric model, the geocentric model cannot consistently explain and predict how and why the planets move. Anyway, continue on, vlogging Josie. And at some point, You're just gonna have to use Occam's razor and say the simpler option is the better option. What? Can you please stop using my razor? It's disgusting, man. Oh, can't believe I'm your roommate. And that is how anybody can show that not everything revolves around Earth. All it takes is an idiot like me, some binoculars, and a clear sky. And yes, of course, I could have shown you a cool illustration or a cool picture of Jupiter and its moons. But in a world full of overly dramatized illustrations of stars, exoplanets, and everything, it's always a humbling experience to know that we are just looking at little dots changing in the sky. And that is the video for today. Thank you very much, guys. I'm gonna try not to get poison ivy. Apparently there's poison ivy here. But thank you very much for watching. That was a really fun video to make. I've been wanting to show these pictures to you for such a long time. I took them back in April. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you laughed. I hope you learned. And if you want to see more videos, I have cool ones coming up. Click my face to subscribe. And if you haven't seen my other videos and you're new here, check out some other videos that I have done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you laughed. Hope you learned. See you next time. Oh my god, there's a bunny.